Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zahra. My student number is 251304237. Today I'm going to share my honest review about a book that I've been reading recently, which is I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai. So I haven't finished the whole book yet. I've already read about half of it, but I already have a lot of thought and feelings about it. First of all, what I like the most about this book is the way Malala tells her story. It feels very personal and honest, like she's just talking directly to us. Even though she went through really serious and dangerous situation, she still explains things in a simple and clear way, so it's not too hard to follow. I also really like learning about her childhood. She talks about her life in Pakistan, her school, her friends, and especially her relationship with her father. Her father is one of the most important people in her life because he always supported her education and encouraged her to speak up. I think that's really touching because not every child gets that kind of support. Another thing that really stands out to me is her bravery. Honestly, I can't imagine being in her position. She knew that the Taliban were against girls going to school, and they even think that people who support education for girls, but even with that risk, she still continues to speak out and defend her right to go to school. For me, that's really inspiring. It makes me realize that sometimes we take education for granted, like we complain about homework or school being tiring, but for Malala, going to school was something she had to fight for. However, there are also some parts that I find a bit confusing. For example, when the book talks about politics and education situation in Pakistan, there are many unfamiliar names, places, and even sometimes I feel a bit lost, especially when I don't know the background of those issues. So I usually have to slow down and reread those parts to understand better. Also, I think the timeline of the story can feel a bit fast. Her life changes very quickly from being a normal student to becoming someone who is tainted, targeted, and in danger. It's shocking, but I think that also shows her real and unpredictable life. If I talk about the less interesting part, I would say some of the historical explanations are a bit too long for me. I understand that they are important to explain the situation in her country, but sometimes I just want to focus more on her personal experience and emotion. But overall, those parts don't really ruin the story. They just make it slightly harder to stay fully engaged all the time. And one thing that I really appreciate about this book is the message. It's not just about Malala's life, but also about the importance of education, equality, and having the courage to speak up. It makes me reflect on my own life and how I can be more grateful for the opportunities that I have. Even though I haven't finished the whole book yet, but I can say that it's very inspiring and meaningful. It's the kind of the book that doesn't just tell a story but also makes you think deeply about the world. So I'm definitely planning to continue reading, and I would recommend this book to anyone who enjoys real life stories, especially stories about courage and fighting for your rights. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening.